for example, with rural, you'd be looking at, water permits, you'd be looking at, all the farm buildings.
Did a double degree, so I did a law degree, and also did a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. So with the law degree, it's 4 years.
Yeah.
And if you do a double, it's an extra year on top of that. So it's quite a good, opportunity to study something different. And until towards the end of the 7th form, when I changed tack, and instead of doing medicine, I decided to do law.
Yeah.
I've kind of studied, the wrong things.
I'm sitting, so if you were my client, if you're sitting with you, I would click that and I'll just do this, I'll just change the record later.
Do you need to succeed in a career?
Like an aspect of careers I've had is to be able to deal with people, be able to talk to people, be able to listen to people.
Decided to move back to Christchurch, things I'm from here, and came down to CLL, which was awesome.
Yeah. Did you find that going to Australia sort of helped out your career, or?
And there's less, so that's something that you need to know. Obviously, if you're thinking about where you're going to build on the property, you want to know what the liquefaction potential is. So that's something that we have to pass on, the information we have to tell the client.
Arrived in New Zealand, I applied for a property role in Ashburton, and it was quite an interesting experience because I've never done property at that time, but it was a really good experience because it's such a broad area and you can learn so much from property. And from there on, I decided to go on to
Bigger part of things.
Yeah, well, just more specific. So they definitely specialise in an area. So that's part of CLL is that we have specialised teams so that they are experts in their area.
That was very interesting. So as a lawyer, you're in there, you're advising the bank's treasurer, you're advising the bank's chief financial officer and the bank's CEO. So you're working with the top of the organisation, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, most things online. So this is my computer for ING in London. So we have databases like this. So this is a contract management system. So whenever we
do you think you'll stay in this sort of?
I think I'll be here until I retire.
Yeah.
Which is a wee way yet.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder, for older people to actually change their jobs.
Yeah.
Because of the new lot of recruits coming through, new office workers coming through. So, and I think experience.
I think that whatever path you choose tunnels you into a certain direction. You've just got to make sure that it's enjoyable and satisfying.
Well, you've sort of exhausted the firm aspect, and you want to actually sort of branch out yourself and really specialise too.
Yeah. What is one of the most important qualities you need when you're in charge of managing people?
I think consistency and showing good leadership.
Yeah.
And being able to impact.
How many different jobs did you go through before you found one that you were happy with?
Well, I've been in practice 5 years now.
Oh, yeah?
So it's 5 years since I left uni, and this is only my second job. I only started here just over 3 months ago.
If it's urgent, I usually work on a Saturday for a few hours, but...
Where do you think you'll be in 5 years from now?
Here. Yeah, I'll still be here in 5 years from now. I shall have 2 kids at school, so I will probably be here for more days a week than what I am at the moment, but yeah, definitely still here.
Experience, but yeah. Do you know what you need to do to
be English and maths?
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't too bad.
Yeah. So, like jobs that are quite hard to get into, is working out what steps you need to take to get there.
We've got you here because we want you to try and experience a little about the real world so you can think through your future years. You've all got 3 more years at school after this year, hopefully, assuming that you're going to stay the whole way through. to make the absolute most you can out of the Boys High experience, and you can make a huge amount out of that experience. It's all up to you. You have to decide how much you're going to put in, how much you're going to get out. But I can certainly tell you, from our point of view, that we know, having got to where we are, that it's well worth putting in the effort to make sure that you're not at the bottom of the heap, and that you're able to work in a firm like this or any other great business. It doesn't have to be a professional services firm. You could be an engineer, you could be any of those sorts of things, because it makes life so much more fun. What are the features that you need? What are the attributes you need? And my answer was that there's two. There's dependability and trust. So there's nothing more frustrating in this world. You guys will experience this from time to time, but when you get out into the real world, there is nothing more frustrating than people who are not dependable. Whether it's a tradesperson, someone that you're working with, a colleague, a friend, people who say they will do something and do not do it are the scourge of the earth. And they will drive you to distraction. They're absolutely annoying. So if there's one thing that you take out of today, make sure that you go away and promise to yourselves and to your friends that you'll be dependable. Don't commit to doing something if you can't do it. And if you do commit to doing something, then do it, and do it on time and do it to the best of your abilities. And that will make anyone successful. That one thing is the most important feature for you guys to be successful, right? That first impressions do count. They really count. I know you guys know that. So make sure that when you turn up, you're looking spick and span. When you meet people, practice this with each other. I know it'll feel goofy, but stick out your hand, shake those hands like you've been taught by your fathers or whatever, and say, "Hi, I'm Evan," or whatever your particular name is. "Nice to meet you," or "How are you?" Actually say it confidently, and people remember that, and they remember it for years and years and years. It's amazing. Christchurch in particular is this really small place, but New Zealand is a small place. It's amazing how many people will know you, and there'll be connections. And I say, "I met this young guy called Evan, he was at Boys High, and shit, he was impressive." And it all came from a firm handshake. "Hi, I'm Evan, how are you?"
Did you start the company sort of at Boston as a lawyer, or did you go straight into the senior?
I did. So I started out as a junior lawyer. 6 days after my last exam, I started here, and basically just worked as a lawyer for the next.
I'm Hamish, and I've learned a lot. I usually thought lawyers more in court situations, but I've kind of learned that they deal with a lot of other stuff like business and property and doing all that, not just in courtrooms, and that they kind of do their own thing what they like, and that there's lots of opportunities for them. Their parents supported them, and they always kind of wanted to do that from a young age. She had her mind set on what she wanted to do, and she was driven to do that, she wanted it.
That was really interesting. I also learned that even small jobs you have when you're young really help to when you build up to your career, because they all go on your CV and they all help. But it's not all about having the jobs, but also heaps of skills. So if you build up communication skills from when you're young, that really helps.
Mitchell Hay, and I've got out I was just really interested in seeing what paths people have taken from what they knew at school, and what they learnt at school, and what they studied at university, and then going on to be a lawyer. Sometimes they just didn't even think about being a lawyer till they had done their law degree. Some people knew they wanted to do it since they were 5, and that was just quite interesting, how late you can pick up on what you want to do with your life.
Knowledge that it was a good path to take for me. I found it was really interesting today talking with some of the people I knew, because I knew the lady that I went with, and I found that I had a pretty good time and enjoyed what she talked about.